Pinterest is becoming the buzz of the blogosphere, and we've got Sarah Needleman joining us on the set. First of all, to explain what Pinterest is, I've heard of it, Dennis has heard of it, but not everyone has. And then we'll get to whether it's a girl thing.
Okay, well, essentially it's like an online scrapbook or a photo sharing site. So what you could do is you find images throughout the web and you pin them and they go to your Pinterest page, and you can create boards with different themes, and you can share them with your followers, just like you can share things on Twitter and Facebook.
Do you do this, Dennis?
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
I don't have much interest in doing it, but lots and lots of people do. The growth of this site, Sarah, has been tremendous. Tell us about those numbers.
It's last month, January, it attracted more than 11 million unique visitors, and that's more than double the 4.9 million who visited the site in November. They're also spending a lot of time on it. They spent nearly 100 minutes on the site in January, and that compares with just 19 minutes for the networking site LinkedIn.
Right.
So it's quite a lot of time and quite a lot of visitors.
Demographics, though. I mean, Dennis doesn't use it. I don't use it. Do you use it?
I do, and it's
so
true
check
that
it out. What's on your Pinterest board, Sarah?
mostly clothes and pictures of cats.
Oh,
because I'm a cat person.
All right, there you
go. But it is something that is mostly used by women, and surprisingly, mostly women in the Midwest, according to ComScore, which is a market research firm.
Well, you know what's fascinating? The biggest story right now in media and sports is Jeremy Lin. I actually was on Pinterest this morning looking to see whether there are any Jeremy Lin images. Do you know how many Jeremy Lin images there are?
I don't know.
Zero. How is that even conceivable? How is that even possible?
I'm gonna have to add
but
one.
you make it sound that catering to women in this marketplace, Simon, is a bad thing.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it is a demographic that is different. Men and women are different.
So what's the business opportunity for this demographic?
Well, there are many possibilities. What they could potentially do is sell advertising. So if you do a search for cats, you might see ads for pet supply companies.
Right.
They may be able to sell the user data. So a business might be interested in knowing what types of people are clicking on their pin boards and buying from them as a result of the traffic that comes from Pinterest.
What about something that Julia Angwin always talks about, privacy, which is I really only want to show some stuff to some people. I might only want to show you a few photos, and I definitely don't want him to see them, or whatever, no disrespect. But you get the idea.
Right.
Is that possible on Pinterest, or is it just, everyone gets to see?
It's not possible at this time, and Pinterest terms of and conditions for using it are very broad right now. The language allows it the freedom to even modify the content. It's not saying that it's actually doing that right now, but the language is very broad, and so we don't know what's going to happen. But right now, there are no privacy options where you can make it so only you or I can see and not Dennis.
But these things are just natural evolutions. It's a 20-person employee. We can expect, if there's enough interest as there seems to be, these features are coming.
Right. It's a very young company. Things could evolve over time, and we've seen Facebook go through many evolutions over its lifetime. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
So Sarah, you're a real expert on startups and entrepreneurship. Seeing what you've seen so far of Pinterest, is this a real survivor? Is this a Jeremy Lin that makes it into the NBA All-Star or goes back to the bench?
It certainly looks like it has great potential. Based on the chatter on the blogosphere, people are talking about it like it's the greatest thing ever. And there really is nothing else quite like it for sharing photos and images. And it's really a great tool if you want to collect what you find online, organize it, and share it with people.